Alright, this looks pretty good. Okay, so somebody asked how to do wheel swaps, and we're going to call this one tractor teardown, because wheel swaps are a little bit more complex than just bada boom. If they'd ever hire me, I would do a commercial for Crescent. Crescent PS5429C are the handy dandiest nippers I've ever had. I got about 4 pairs of them. Just don't try to clip the axle with the tip, because it'll break. Yeah, that was one of the broken ones. Anyway, new 7280R. Who gives a crap? It's a John Deere. This has the rivet style axle. If you wanted to get real serious, you could drill it out, which is really a pain in the butt, and doing it without ruining the tire is almost impossible. I learned something from my wife, which is keep it simple. So there's a little wiggle room, usually, on the axle, especially with the riveted axles. Get your handy dandy nippers. Ta-da. What is it? Harrison Custom Minis. Mine are a little chewed up. Second handy dandiest little tool we got is the wheel spreader axle hanging. I don't know what it's called. I think it's a wheel spreader. Stick that in there. Try not to give yourself a blood blister. Right?
I still have a scar.
I'll have to tell DJ about that. Spread it. Bada bing. If you're worried about giving yourself a blood blister, which you should be, because that's what these are made for. Woo! Alright, we'll have to go hunting for those wheels. Second handy dandiest way to get wheels off. These things. So that's how you get the wheels off. Second thing you got to do, like with the 1570s, these are probably the most common tractor that I ruin completely. To steal the axle, I steal the headlights, the wheels, of course. I'll steal the steps. Other than that, not much. But considering I can get these for about $4 a piece. Anyway, I'm going to work on filing down these 2 rivets in order to take the cab off. I'm going to Dremel this and this. Pull the rivet out, chop off the steps, and then we'll remove the cab. So that's what I'll do next. Alright, so we've Dremeled off the rivet. We're going to take our handy dandy razor blade, put it behind the steps carefully. Don't cut your finger off because that hurts. Then you can see both rivets on this side. Personally, I like the Craftsman mini pliers. They work pretty good. Get your cab off. Oh, Christ. Sometimes they stick. Thankfully, I'm not saving this tractor. If you're going to save it, you want to do a little better than I just did. Like I said, we like to keep the lights because I'll put them on other things that don't have lights. If you're going to take the lights off and you're going to use nippers, aim them down or you'll never find them. Are you laughing at me under your breath over there?
No.
I don't believe you.
I'm not even listening.
Right. Alright.
Like, move my finger again.
Next thing we're going to do, tearing apart, in order to get the axle out without damaging the axle, is drill out the rivet on the casting in the rear and the front. I use either a 1/8 of an inch or a 9/64 bit to accomplish this, and that's what we're going to do now while you guys don't see it, because the drill is behind. Drill out your rivets. Comes apart pretty easy. And then you have your axle. These are really easy to customize into other things. Normally not with the silly wraparound die cast, so just nip that off kind of careful, like. Try not to break your iPhone. And set it aside. We've got a couple of them when you're ready to use it. Obviously, once you need it, then you can do what you do. here we have a 4450. Are we tearing this down further? I don't think so. This is the old. Oh, it's a first. This is the old one. Now we have the authentic, of course, which I'm not tearing any of those down tonight, so you're out of luck. Once you tear it down, if you want to, again, our JI case wheels are good for a lot of things. Paint them yellow, and they look a lot like the John Deere domed rim for, the 4440, 4450. Very common on the 46, 30, 40, 50. Maybe not 50. Pick up lights. So, also your 7280R. If you're ready to put stuff back on, whatever that may be, or maybe you just want to put a bar axle on, take your wheels. The hole in these is monstrous. I get picked on by friends of mine for using 1/8 of an inch axles on these small tractors, and they make me sad. Filling the center hole in these tires is going to have to be another day because I just don't have time right now. If you want them to stick on without glue, you will need to use an 1/8 of an inch axle rod. You'll need to drill out the tire just a hair, use an 1/8 of an inch, slip it on. If you need to glue it, glue it. If you don't, whatever. But we tore it apart. We grabbed some axle rod. We put it together. Now, if we wanted to leave it like this, obviously you don't because this axle rod's crappy. You'd glue it. And that would be the end of the story. If you want to do more, well, that's for another day again. So that's pretty much it. That's Tractor Teardown 101.